Brown Girls Doc Mafia is an organization and an initiative that supports women and non-binary people of color working in the documentary space, both as filmmakers and as folks on the executive side. I didn't see myself very often. I didn't see people who were like me, not just on screen, I mean, that's a given, but also behind the scenes.
I was often the only person of color on any given project that I worked on. And so really that kind of discovery of a larger network has been hugely, hugely meaningful. And that idea of a group of people that you can be vulnerable with is, I think, really key.
I've been thinking a lot in my work about how to make work that I wish existed when I was a younger filmmaker that spoke to the experience of being a young woman of color or a Muslim person or a first generation person. A group like Brown Girls Doc Mafia, it's a situation where its mere existence helps mitigate that feeling that you are not alone and you're not crazy.
You guys are going to make me cry.
Yeah, so profound.
This is not a crying session.
I'm Day Al Muhammad, and I am coming to you from Washington, D.C., the ancestral lands of the Piscataway, the Anacostan, and the Pamunkey tribes. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm an Arab American woman, and I'm actually wearing my favorite faded red hoodie for y'all. And behind me, like most folks who want to look erudite, we have a fancy, fancy bookcase, but I couldn't help myself, and I had to add my action figures in there. And like many other women and women of color and queer women and people with disabilities, you know what? All us creatives are troublemakers.
I'm Lindsay Dryden. I'm a director and a producer. I'm based in the UK and the US. My pronouns are she, her, and I am a white cisgender woman with long, dark hair, blue eyes. I'm wearing a black dress with red buttons, and I'm sitting in front of an image of a pink cloudy sky. At Forward Doc, we're really passionate about the fact that access isn't something, live captioning, audio description, it isn't something you throw on at the end because it's a deliverable and you have to do it. It's not only is it part of making sure that, the 1 in 5 people who have a disability can be part of engaging with your storytelling, but it's also an incredible creative opportunity.
There is power in allies advocating for something that they don't even need because they know that it ensures that more people, especially those who've been pushed out, can be a part of the larger industry.
And I think that kind of allyship is why at Forward Doc it's so important that we're both an organization of deaf and disabled filmmakers, but also of active allies as well.
We are a women and non-binary run collective, and we often deal with taboo and forbidden aspects of the internet.
I really think that if you invoke this concept of a coven, you're going to get a coven, like for better or worse.
What I found in the coven was kind of an antidote to the world outside, this capitalistic, profit-driven, conventional, success-driven world, to a space where we would come together and actually care about the work that was being created, it didn't matter what came out of it, but the process was very, very important. The process of creating it gave all of us, I think, way more satisfaction and joy.
Film Fatale started in my living room about 7 years ago in Brooklyn as a meeting of 6 women feature film and television directors.
Filmmaking can be challenging and lonely, and it can often feel that you're by yourself. But when you're part of a larger family that shares your passion and that shares your interest, and you can count on them for help when you need it, that's what collective and being part of a collective means to me.
When I consider the future of art making, I want to see the world. We live in a diverse world. We live in an intersectional world. We live in a world with different colors, different sexualities, different genders. And I think art should reflect that.
We are at a really unique crossroads, and now is the time to dismantle and rebuild. And this is a ripe opportunity for folks to take a step back and cede their power and allow new voices to step forward.
I think our powers are limited by the walls that are created. by the patriarchy and by the marketing gurus that tell us that our audiences don't exist. And we hear time and time again that, our stories are too small and there isn't an audience. Then why is it that when we take it upon ourselves and go and paint the town red, then the theaters are packed? So there's somebody somewhere who's not telling us the truth, and we would like to dismantle those walls.
We didn't create the system, but I think that by coming together, we can change it, or we can at least show them that there's strength in numbers, there's strength in the power of diversity of stories. I mean, art is perspective. So in order to have great art and produce great art, we have to have diversity of perspectives. It's just that simple. And seeing you all here gives me such hope that that's possible.